What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to a brand new Liverpool transfer news video. And the Express newspaper is reporting that Liverpool are very interested in re-signing Coutinho and bringing back the prodigal son back to Anfield and back to aid and help Liverpool win the Premier League title and the Champions League, something that Coutinho failed to do the first time he was at Liverpool. And there has been a lot of reactions around this story on Twitter already by Liverpool fans, but I want your reaction. Post in the comments below, what do you think about this news? Do you want Liverpool to re-sign Coutinho? I think it would be really a bargain deal at this point, because Barcelona with the new manager Xavi, of course, will focus on developing their young players, and they already have many young players coming through. And Coutinho, of course, is not a young player anymore, and Barcelona don't really fancy him. The new manager doesn't fancy him, and he has been a bit part player ever since coming back from his 7-month injury. And according to the reports, Coutinho would love to return to Anfield and to play for a club where he is loved by the fans, because it's fair to say the Barcelona fans never really appreciated and loved Coutinho. Nowhere near what his Liverpool fans thought about Coutinho. We absolutely worshipped the guy. He was one of the superstars, one of the biggest stars at the time at Liverpool. And of course, coming back to Liverpool, it won't be the same. He will be probably fourth or fifth biggest star at Liverpool, but he would still get a standing ovation from Liverpool fans, I'm pretty sure, because he still has the skills, the trickery, and the long-range free kick ability, the finishing ability, the creativity. I've been watching Barcelona games because my girlfriend, actually of 4 years, is a huge Barcelona fan, so we have been watching Barcelona games together. And Coutinho has started to look like his older self, but it's very hard when you are a bit part player, when you are not starting every week. He's coming off the bench, and yes, he started some games, but not nearly enough to get his proper rhythm. But in flashes, he still showed moments of brilliance that reminded me of the old Coutinho back at Liverpool. And I got nostalgic, I'm not gonna lie. For a low transfer fee and a moderate wages, I would take Coutinho back to Liverpool. But it all depends on the price, and it all depends on if Liverpool want to spend money on a player who is 28, 29 years old very soon. And of course, Barcelona already paid all of the transfer fee of the 142 million transfer fee. And according to Spanish newspapers as well, they claim Barcelona want to get rid of Coutinho, and they also claim that Liverpool want to take Coutinho back. Yes, Liverpool have a lot of midfielders, but look how many injuries and how many problems Liverpool had in midfield. And I think Oxlade-Chamberlain doesn't look as sharp as he used to, and Naby Keita, of course, is getting injured left, right and center. So I think we need another creative playmaker, a goal scorer from midfield. That's where Liverpool are lacking. Of course, we have been the best attacking team in the Premier League this season, and more defensively, and especially the midfield setup defensively has been the big problem for Liverpool. So Coutinho wouldn't solve that issue, but that is another issue altogether for another video maybe. But I think going forward, Liverpool don't have a midfielder who regularly can score 5 to 10 goals every season, and Coutinho could do that for the next 3 or 4 years. And that's, I think, a good enough reason to sign him. He would also work, I think, a lot harder for Liverpool than for Barcelona, because at Barcelona you are not required the high intensity, high pressing football, but at Liverpool, of course, that's Liverpool's playing style, and I think Coutinho could do that job. And I mean, look at the other teams. Manchester United have Bruno Fernandes, Man City have Kevin De Bruyne, Chelsea have Kai Havertz, Arsenal have Martin Odegaard. But Liverpool don't have a classic number 10, a classic playmaker. Maybe Naby Keita, but as I said, he's almost always injured. And Coutinho and his agent said that they would love to bring Coutinho back to Liverpool. So now it depends whether Liverpool and Jurgen Klopp would truly take him back. But the January transfer window would be the perfect opportunity to get him on a cut price deal. The Transfermarkt website values him at around 27 million pounds, but I don't think Barcelona would even ask for that. Barcelona would even sell us Coutinho for a fraction of that. They just want to get rid of his wages because Coutinho is on really high wages. And also there has been some reports claiming that Coutinho would be willing to take a pay cut to come to Liverpool, to come back to the Premier League, because at this point money is really no object for Coutinho. He doesn't want to get like the biggest salary, then he would go just to Saudi Arabia or Qatar or somewhere to get the biggest salary. He wants to achieve still in his football career. He still wants to win trophies. He wants to play for a team where he's loved, where he's adored by the fans, and where he can win trophies. And I think Liverpool would be the perfect club for him. I think it's true that he would take a wage cut to come to Liverpool because, as I said, he already earned his fair share of money and he's basically financially set for life. So at this point, the biggest motivation for Coutinho is not to get the biggest salary, but to get playing regularly again. And yes, Thiago is another playmaker at Liverpool, but he doesn't score goals or get assists, and he's quite an injury-prone player. He just is coming back from injury. He has played as a substitute in the past 2 games, and I'm really hoping that Thiago will start a game for Liverpool very, very soon, hopefully after the international break against Arsenal, because he's just such a brilliant player. But I think Coutinho could still have a place in the Liverpool squad. And now I want to share with you guys the Twitter reactions from Liverpool fans. One Liverpool fan said, for the right price, Coutinho is a bargain. And I agree with that. Another is, do the Coutinho deal in a heartbeat. He offers options in midfield and either wing when players are injured or need resting. And he does something that no one else does in the Liverpool team, shoots from outside the box rather than trying to walk the ball into net, which is a very, very good point. I don't really see, since Coutinho left Liverpool players regularly shoot outside of the box, never mind scoring outside of the box, because no Liverpool player really has any confidence. I mean, the midfielders, of course, the attackers, the strikers, Salah, Mane, Firmino, Jota, they shoot from outside of the box, but the Liverpool midfielders don't really do that, because maybe Naby Keita this season, he has scored some bangers from outside of the box, but yeah, that's more of an exception rather than the norm. Let's hope that Naby Keita can keep scoring goals even after he's coming back from injury. And I also want to talk about Mo Salah, because Liverpool have to change their transfer policy. They can't afford not to change their transfer policy in order to keep Mo Salah. And I'm talking about the transfer policy and the wage policy as well, because Mo Salah is already up there with the all-time greats in Liverpool's history. The most Premier League goals scored since Mo Salah joined Liverpool. At the moment it's 101 goals for Salah, 88 goals for Harry Kane, 82 goals for Jamie Vardy, and that's it. Nobody even comes close to Mo Salah and his goal tally. And if Salah had played in a weaker team, he would stand out more. Maybe it's certainly the case that Suarez, Fernando Torres and Gerrard benefited from being on another level from their other teammates. Salah has been part of a world-class squad with world-class players that have won the Premier League and the Champions League. So maybe Salah doesn't stand out as much as Torres, Suarez or Gerrard stand out, because they were the one truly world-class players in their team at the time. Maybe Torres and Gerrard, when they played together, they were both world-class, but you get my point. Salah has been a catalyst for the club, and former Liverpool striker Michael Thomas ranks him in that top tier of players, just outside of Messi and Ronaldo. He said Salah has been nothing short of immense since joining Liverpool. He has a real winner's mentality and always pushes himself to be better. Salah has been a real catalyst, and his goal against Man City was just another instance of what a great player Salah is. You can't fault him in what he has brought to the club since arriving. His goal and assist record is amazing. This is someone that plays out wide most of the time. He has scored important goals, been part of a team that won the Premier League title. I don't like to compare him to Messi and Ronaldo, as I think they are in a league of their own. But then there is a small list of players just below: Neymar, Mbappe, Haaland, Lewandowski, and Salah is definitely up there with the very best. And you could make even an argument that this season Salah is the best player in the world on form, on just form alone, and on just the performances alone. Of course, Salah hasn't scored in the past 2 games, but that's understandable because you just can't keep scoring in every single game because the Premier League and the Champions League is very, very tough competition. But Liverpool have to do whatever they can to keep Mo Salah at Liverpool. He will go down as one of the great Liverpool players in terms of the amount of goals he has scored in such a short space of time. So come on, Liverpool, sort out Salah's contract, get it done, and hopefully then Liverpool can rest easy and be sure that Salah stays at Liverpool for the next 4 or 5 years. Also, Mark Halsey, a former Premier League referee who I think was a very decent referee. I remember him from the early 2000s and 2010 years of the Premier League. He was a pretty good referee, and he said that Aaron Cresswell should have been sent off when he kicked Henderson in the knee. He was lucky to stay on the pitch. Yet again, we have seen inconsistencies from VAR. This one was similar to Mason Holgate's challenge, which was a red card, by the way. The VAR gave a red card when Mason Holgate kicked his opponent, very similarly to Henderson. But Henderson didn't. Henderson's on tackle on Henderson by Cresswell. It wasn't a red card according to VAR. So it's so frustrating, the inconsistencies. And also, I think Liverpool win the game if West Ham go down to 10 men with like 85 minutes to go. Cresswell's foot caught the top of the ball and his follow-through crashed into Jordan Henderson's knee. That's what Mark Halsey, a former Premier League referee, said. It's not me saying it, but amazingly, referee Craig Paulson did not even award a free kick, never mind a red card. It's absolutely infuriating how bad the Premier League referees are, but I already did a rant on that. I don't want to do it again, but I really hope that the referees and VAR improve their standards, because at the moment it's not even close to the standard of football in the Premier League. It's really sad, but yeah, I won't hold my breath. I don't think Premier League referees will get better anytime soon unless some major changes are made at the top, where the Premier League referees get their guidance from. But that's it for today's video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. See you later. See you, mate.